And I'm using this, and indeed I have been testing this over the past few weeks, to check the quality of my Pokemon cards. I send quite a lot of Pokemon cards off for grading, and the surface and corners are very, very important to check. Welcome to my review of the LinkMicro LM210S Digital Microscope. This was very kindly sent to me free of charge by the manufacturer. No money's changed hands. They haven't asked me to say anything in particular. I'm simply sharing this video with you so that you can make an informed buying decision. And I want to start by just showing you the box contents. It comes in this nice box here. You get the screen, which you have to attach to the base. So you've got a nice sturdy base here as well, with built-in lights. I'm going to show you that in action very shortly. You get a really nice user interface, some nice controls on here, and again I'll show you that in action very shortly. Also inside the box you do get a user manual. It's going to guide you getting through everything up and running. You also get this little slide adapter. This is going to give you some really easy to use slide backlighting so that you can look through slides maybe with insects on, or maybe you're looking at some sort of liquids, for example. Really nice that they include that. You also get a 5-piece set of slides as well, and if we open this up and take one out, they have already got little samples on. So this one's a pine stem, for example. So you do get some things inside this box. You get some slides that are going to enable you to have a look at the performance of the microscope. And then we get a power adapter, so USB power adapter, USB on this end. This one happens to be a 3-pin UK one. If you're buying this in another country, you'll get a country specific adapter inside the box. You get a remote control. This takes AAA batteries. The batteries aren't supplied, but just standard 2 AAA batteries. And this is going to enable you to control the menu system and the microscope without having to actually use the sort of on-screen controls. So a nice sort of hands-off option for controlling the various features. And then you get a couple of cables. You get USB-C to USB-A, and this is going to enable you to very simply power the microscope. You've got no control over the lights with this particular cable. To control the lights, you need to use this second cable here, and this provides power but also controls over the lighting as well. So a couple of options for cables there. Then we also get these are little sort of offset brackets for attaching things to the base, including that slide holder that I showed you earlier. You also get a little polishing cloth, nice to keep your microscope in tip-top condition. We also get a micro SD card reader, and the reason they supply this is because there is a micro SD card already inserted into the back of the monitor and control panel here, because you can capture images and video, 4K video, on the microscope. And then you also get an HDMI out, so you can output via HDMI as well. It's got a nice large screen. I think this is 10.1 inches screen size. Nice controls across the bottom here. There's a built-in light on the bottom of the microscope to illuminate what's directly underneath. And then you also get these 2 LED lights here for extra illumination. And again, I'll show you those in action very shortly. And if we just turn this round to the side profile, you get to see how you can move the microscope up and down. So you've got these 2 rotary controls and a lock control at the back. These 2 either side is what locks the actual microscope in place, but you can basically adjust this tensioner at the back, and then you can move the microscope head up and down. I'll show you it doing it on this one, like so. And then the focus is on this wheel underneath just here. Very, very easy to use, extremely easy to set up. So here we go. You can now see this all turned on and ready to go with a nice large screen just here. And we can of course control this via this front panel. So we can go into the various modes. We can start and stop video recording or take a photo, all from this front panel. If we click OK, it just starts recording the 4K video to the built-in memory card. If we click OK again, then it will stop recording. If we use the M button, it will switch between photo mode, playback mode, and then background to video mode. We've also got the little remote control that I showed you earlier, and this allows you to either turn the whole unit off or to increase or decrease the brightness, and that's increasing the brightness of these lights just here. So again, if we increase the brightness on the lights, you'll see the clarity and brightness of the image improve on the screen. And then we can also use the focus. So obviously this is now out of focus, and we can bring what we're looking at into focus very, very easily. So there we go, now that's pin sharp focus there. Very, very good indeed. And I'm using this, and indeed I have been testing this over the past few weeks, to check the quality of my Pokemon cards. I send quite a lot of Pokemon cards off for grading, and the surface and corners are very, very important to check. So using the microscope here, I can check for corner damage, for example, front and back of the card. Check for whitening on the corners. So I can check it very, very accurately on all the corners here. Just check if there's any lifting. And then of course, I can check the surface area of the card as well. It's very, very easy to use. And indeed, these lights, they do get hot on the end, by the way. You can adjust these. So if I just adjust this out, so we've got a little bit more of a dissipated light landing on the card, like so, you get a really clear image. Okay, so apart from using the physical controls here and the physical controls here, I can of course use the included remote control. This allows me to do a lot of actions on the screen and on the microscope. The first one, of course, is I can push the menu button and it will bring up the menu in the top corner here. So here we've got resolution, loop recording, time-lapse recording. We've also got recording audio, exposure settings, sharpness, contrast. Push menu again and it goes across to a second set of menus where I've got grid line, setting, date and time, language, frequency, format the memory card, for example. Also from here, I've got controls over zooming in. So I can zoom in on that image. So 1.5 times. I can zoom into 2 times, 2.5, 3 times, 3.5, 4. I think I can go all the way up, not that I'd probably want to, but up to 8 times zoom on there. Then I can come all the way back out to the regular 1 time zoom. Also on here, I can change the mode. So I can switch from video mode, which is what we're currently in. I can change to photo mode, and then I can switch through to playback mode as well. So 3 different modes on here. Very, very easy to do. And I just love how this works. It's absolutely superb, a really nice system. I can also give some exposure settings or change exposure settings on here as well. So I can add a plus 0.3 exposure value compensation. We're plus 1.3 there, plus 2, and then minus as well, and background to 0. So we've got plenty of controls on here as well. It's really useful remote. Now, as I mentioned earlier, I've been using this to check my Pokemon cards. So I want to keep a record of a card here. So let's grab another card, pop this under here. I'm going to check the surface of this because this is a holographic card. See if there's any specks or dust on here. So I'm going to click OK and start recording. And now I'm recording me looking at this card. So I can check the corners for any damage, all corners, and then I can of course check the back. I can see a little bit of whitening on this corner here. I can check this corner, for example. And this is just my use case scenario. You may very well use this for slides for insects, for example. So you may use it for sort of scientific work, or for electronic work. Maybe you solder circuit boards. You can use it for a whole range of different use case scenarios. My use case scenario is for checking my cards before I send them off for grading. And here I'm checking for any potential scratches. So there's a tiny little scratch here, and I'm going to just see if that wipes off with my finger, which indeed it does. So that was just a little bit of dust, but I can check the surface area of the cards. I can go at a slight angle as well, just a very slight angle, just to check for any surface damage. It's very, very good at doing work like this. The actual clarity and the detail is absolutely superb. Now we can use the controls at the back here. I can come out further. I will have to adjust the focus again so I can refocus back in, but now I've got a little bit of a wider view of this surface area. Or indeed we can go the other way, we can go closer. So let's go right down close to this. So we're going really close to the surface of the card here, and again I can adjust the focus, bring that back into focus so it's nice and clear, and really check for any potential damage on this card. It's absolutely superb. I'm really impressed with this. This is a fantastic piece of kit. Really clear screen, easy to use controls, great remote control as well. You can use this for a whole range of different use case scenarios. The textile industry, as I mentioned before, circuit boards, maybe you're doing repairs, industrial inspection, so many use case scenarios. This is the LinkMicro LM210S Digital Microscope, and I can highly recommend it. If you want to pick up one for yourself, check out the links down in the video description. If you enjoyed my video, hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe, of course, and I'll see you in another video very, very soon.